Hello, Huskies back again with more Los Angeles Kings franchise mode commentary in NHL 18. Our last video we productive offseason, I think. We brought in Braden Point, and I kind of settled on Braden Point before looking at every team, and I do that time to time. But I was so picky about what I wanted that I took I found what I liked and I took it. I didn't get to Detroit, however, and I found on Detroit this Anthony Milson kid. He's pretty much the same player. His senses are a little lower, but what he lacks in senses, he makes up for in skating and his physical categories. He's also a two-way forward instead of a playmaker. He's 5 years younger. The only issue is if I would have found him, it would have been a tough trade to make. And he's on 1 year left on his deal, and he ideally would be like an 86 or an 87, so I'd probably have to re-sign him for 6 or 7 million. So that's probably the only other. I looked through the rest of the teams. This was our best option aside from Braden Point. So I might have missed out a little bit there. That's something I'm going to keep an eye on as the season goes on. I kind of want to see how Milson performs on that Detroit roster because Detroit has a really good team. But if you don't remember what our team looks like, this is what we're rocking. Besser, Zadina, Pasternak, Point, Larkin, Hosang. I'm going to be interested to see if that second line scores a bunch. It's got the potential to put goals in the net. Pucks in the net. Not goals in the net, pucks in the net. But we'll see how it goes. Colin White obviously going to carry that third line. He's got a extra playmaker down there with him. And Cutler seems to be alright on the third line. And then our fourth line is a sniper, playmaker, and a grinder. So we'll see how this goes. But hey, if they can bring me some goals, I'll take it. Defense, we're still stacked. I mean, I've said this before, I think, but this is by far the best defense we've ever assembled. Riley, Swanson, Kopitz, Provorov, Kosti, Cameron. And the fact that Cameron undrafted, Kosti was a 6th-round pick, Kopitz was undrafted, he was a free agent grab, and then we have 3 first-round picks. So we really kind of built from the undrafted free agents and late rounds for our defense. And then goaltenders, obviously. We have Matt Boyd, our 5th-round franchise goalie. Locking it down back there as a 93. So let's go ahead and hop into the sim. We got 2 seasons left to get a cup here, boys. We got just 2 seasons left. I mean, our team is built for like 4 or 5 more years in terms of production, but we're gonna take it 1 season at a time and see how we do. I expect this to be a 50-win team easily. No reason we shouldn't be. The only thing that it might hurt us is if our second line isn't as nearly as productive as I hope they will be, and if our fourth line becomes a handicap, considering there's barely any defense on it. Although that center is a pretty good grinder, and grinders are really good in the bottom 6 in this game. Like, they thrive in that bottom 6 role. I mean, you can have grinders that are top 6 like skill oriented, like their stats are great, but they just don't put points on the board, but they play such good defense. Well, that was a battle of the Titans there against Tampa Bay. I was 10-1-1, they were 11-1-1. Of course, they beat us 6-3, pretty convincing. We're off to a pretty hot start here. Of course, I say that we lose back to 3 out of 4. All right, we're got some low-scoring games here, so our offense, it's not flying off the charts by any means, but I think we're doing all right. I don't really need rookies. I said our team's pretty stacked. We who's this dude? Chalpik? Philip Chalpik. Playmaker. I don't have a need for you. Although he would be good for our AHL team. What are these guys? Low top 6, low top 9. I'm gonna make that deal only because, and I'm gonna sub sim. Now, while I don't put a whole lot of like dedication into my AHL system, that guy has 86 offensive awareness, and one thing that is lacking considerably in the AHL is a. Is he down here? He's not, so I have to send him down. Okay. He's only on a 1-year deal, so he's just down there to... Oh, he's gotta go on waivers. Fuck, somebody probably claimed him. Yeah, somebody claimed him. Damn it! That was dumb. I didn't even think twice about that. Fuck. Let's go see who claimed him, because I'm sure since he's not in my AHL, somebody claimed him. Let's see. Was Zadina had 4 points in the last game. Waiver claims fucking Vancouver. That's not who I traded with, was it? No, it's Dallas. Alright, well, we'll just... Never mind. Not my brightest moment. It happens, though. Oh, Brock Besser, 24 points in 22 games. I like it. Point per game player. Love seeing that. 16-3-3. Can we hit 25 wins before we hit 5 regulation losses? Holy shit, this is... Oh, there's back-to-back losses. So we hit 21 wins before we hit 5 regulation losses. Still, man, this is an impressive start. This might be the best start I think one of my GM teams have ever had. Has ever had. Sorry. Proper grammar is important when making videos. Come on. Finish off the month strong. Give me 2 more. Oh, we lost to Arizona. And we lost to San Jose. So we lost to 2 division opponents to end the month. Still, 26-6-4. Damn, we have 56 points. We have a 5-point lead on the Coyotes, 10-point lead on the Flames. Let's see how our team's doing. Like I said, our offense doesn't seem to be like blowing people out of the water. Besser's got 18, Pasternak has 13. Both guys are almost point per game. Zadina's really rocking him with those assists. Provorov has 23 points. Colin White only has 9. See, this is what I mean. Like, our goal totals aren't astounding. But the plus minus is what's big. Kopitz plus 14, Riley plus 13, Swanson plus 16. Our third line and second line are struggling a teensy bit. They're putting just enough pucks in the net to stay positive, but that first line, plus 23, plus 20, plus 20. So they don't give up. Well, let's see. 31. So they've scored 40 goals, and they're a plus 23. So they have a goal differential, and that's only 9 power play points. So that's... Whew. That second line just needs a bit of a boost. Maybe they get hot and they do better, but what the story is going to be is Boyd back here. He's got a 944 save percentage and a 158 goals against. Oh my goodness. I get that our defense is good, but that's nasty. Those stats are... That's got to be NHL leading stats right there. He's 22-4-2. Yeah, he leads the league in wins. He's already got 6 shutouts. He's second in shutouts behind Francois Huet. I actually like that they made a name that made sense. Save percentage, he's up there. 944. Even over Robin Lehner, who has 11 games played, he's got a 944. Goals against average is probably the best. Yep. Demko being the next closest. I mean, it's not like he's having an easy time back. Oh, okay, maybe he is having an easy time. He doesn't have a whole lot of shots against him. 8-10 on the lower side, but still. Only giving up 45 goals. Oh, Braden Holtby giving up 8. Oof. Alright, so I'm loving the Matt Boyd season we're having right now. Dude's on fire. Well, let's just go ahead and finish off the sim, I guess. I mean, like I said, this should be a 50-win team. I'm anticipating at some point here we struggle and we kind of come back down to earth because our offense is not putting enough pucks in the net to continue this trend. So we're going to eventually... The goals are going to dry up. Kind of like they are now. I mean, we have 4 straight losses there where we scored 3 goals in 4 games. But we answer with 3, 4, and 4. So I don't know what to think about this team. I know I'm not doing scouting. I don't really need to scout. Like I said, I'm gonna have late round picks. We're just gonna take best available guys when we get to the draft. This has become a playoff series. Pretty much. We are just here for the playoffs. Peter Mrazek, no thank you. My goaltenders are money. Oh, 1-0 loss to Edmonton. Come on. There we go. Stuart Skinner, a 4th and a 5th for Koznakov. Koznakov? I don't. The Russian names, man. Too many K's, V's, and I's. Jake Allen. I don't need goalies, man. Why did my trade block update to goalies? Alright, back-to-back shutouts against us. That's good. That's exactly what I want to see. And then we get shut out back-to-back games. Only to answer with a 6-goal. Again, this team, I don't... What's going to happen come postseason is we're not going to be able to score anything. Troy Terry, a 5th and a 7th for a 3rd. Is Troy Terry any good? Is this going to be another one of those times where I'm assuming that's Troy Terry. Yeah. 78. His stats aren't great. Could have been an AHL guy, but 6 goals, 7 goals, 9 goals, and then we scored 1. Like, we scored 1 in back to... We just scored 22 goals over 3 games, and we come back with back-to-back 1-goal efforts. And now, hopefully this team finds some consistency come playoff time. I don't want to update my trade block because I really don't need to make any trades. Again, our team is we're set. No, thank you. I'm gonna stop the sim after this game because I want to go see our stats. Obviously, Brock Besser, 27 goals, 67 points. He's having a hell of a year right now. This might be his best production year so far. David Pastrnak, point per game. Philip Zadina, almost point per game. Plus 37, plus 34, plus 33. Insane. Dylan Larkin, 17 goals. Colin White only has 13 goals, so he's struggling a little bit this year. He's got 166 shots. What is that in terms of, let's see. Besser has 198 shots, so he's just a little snake bitten this year. He's still shooting the puck just about as much. Puck's just not finding its way into the net. But he'll get it. Braden Point, 27 points. He's a +1. He's not doing the best. But again, our first line. But just what? Cameron, stay out of the box, dude. You have 82 discipline. Why do you have 124 penalty minutes? Same with Kopitz. I mean, he's at least a defensive defenseman with no discipline. I mean, we have a grinder who's got 10 penalty minutes, right? Wait, no, who's our grinder? I thought we had a grinder. Do we not have a grinder? I guess not. Yeah, there he is. Lovejoy. He's only got 18 penalty minutes, so whatever. I gotta drool over Boyd's stats a bit here. 939 save percentage of 174 goals against. Oh my goodness. Could we have a Vezina winner on our hands? I don't think we've had a Vezina winner in these runs. Our goaltenders are always real hit and miss. Alright, so 90 points. We have an 11-point lead on Edmonton. We're way ahead in first. Like, not even close. Goals for, we actually have the second best offense in the division. It doesn't feel like it. We have the best defense in the division, giving up less than 2 goals a game, technically. Power plays at 21%. Penalty kills at 82%. We're struggling a little bit on the road. I'd like to see that improve before the offseason, but I'm not going to complain. I kind of, assuming we're... Oh, Tampa Bay's got us by a point. You bastards. They've got a game in hand on us, too. Damn. Their offense is right there with it. We're pretty much the same team. We've scored 1 more goal. They've given up 6 more. Their power play is a little better. The penalty kill's better. So, I mean, right now, the early predictions after the trade deadline are Tampa Bay, Los Angeles in the Stanley Cup Finals. Which I think... Oh, speaking of the devil. Actually, this is the top 2 teams in the league. Not something I do very often. Let's sim it. Let's do a full game sim. Let's see how we stack up against them. First period against Tampa. We're in LA this time. We played Tampa once before this year. I think that was when we were both like 10-1-1 or something. Alright, so after 1, both goalies putting up a goose egg. Oh, nothing after 2. Yeah, this is a preview of what could be the Stanley Cup Finals. This could be a very Stressful series for me if this is what happens. Both teams have a fantastic offense. Oh, Richard Panic. The top power play, though? Oh, couldn't get it back. Oh, and Boyd gets outdueled. Richard Panic gets the lone goal, and Tampa Bay beats us 1-0. Andrei Vasilevsky with 35 save shutout. Man. Alright, I felt like that was fitting, though. I mean, that was two best teams in the league by far. I shouldn't say by far. Florida's only 5 points behind us. Alright, let's go ahead and finish off the year. See where we... Like I said, this is 50 wins or bust, pretty much. Back-to-back 1-0 losses. Alright, so we're on this trend of not scoring. And then we get shut out twice, score once, get 2 shutouts in a row. This team is all over the place, man. Some nights they're remnants of the 80s Oilers in terms of offense, and some nights they're remnant of the fucking Buffalo Sabres of 2 years ago's offense, where they were just so anemic they couldn't score a goal and a half per game. Right, there's 50 wins. There's 52 wins. Can we hit 55? Alright, 53. Oh, 54? 54, 20, and 8. That is one hell of a season. Stop the sim. So we draw the Vancouver Canucks. This is a really good team. Very strong defensively, if I remember correctly from last season. They kind of limped into the playoffs, so looking at their record. But Brock Besser, 82 points. I think that's his first point per game season. At least while he's been here. No, he was a point per game guy last year. So his last 2 years, he's really kicked off. 34 goals this year. Him and Pasternak both had 30. Zadina put in 27. So that first line, plus 50. Plus 46. That first line is disgusting this year. Absolutely disgusting. And you throw in Riley and Swanson back there, it's just absurd. Second line, again, points are going to be down because our first line has so many. But Larkin ended with 22 goals. Hosang had 38 points. Point had 32. Colin White only with 15 goals. So again, snake bitten, 215 shots. Second most on the team, but he only shot, what was it, 6%? 7%. So again, just snake bitten. I mean, you're bound to come down a little bit. He's been a 30-goal guy every year. I'm not going to harp on it. He was still a +6. He had 5 game-winning goals. So he scores when it matters. Aside from that, like, I don't have any complaints. I mean, Cameron's penalty minutes could be down. But aside from that, there's nothing wrong with this team, aside from our maybe lack of proper consistency. We got 90s across the board on the first line. Oh, God, we're so good. I can't wait to lose in the first round. Boyd, 47 wins and 942 save percentage. 163 goals against. That's got to be Vezina. That's got to be. Like, I would hard to believe that it's not. It would have to be Vasilevsky, if anybody. 47 wins. He had the best save percentage. He had the best goals against. I mean, it's got to be him. He had 2 points. I mean, he's the lowest draft pick up here. I love it. Absolutely love it. Alright. Well, that's where I'm going to go ahead and end this one. As always, comment section for predictions on the series. I mean, like I said, I can't wait to lose in the first round, where that's exactly... Oh, wait, I want to see if Tampa Bay won the President's Trophy, if we did. President's Trophy has been a good omen in this run. Tampa Bay got it by 5 points. Damn. Where did we finish in the division? Pacific. So we finished 7 points ahead of Edmonton. They had 50 wins, damn. Look at that defense. 150 goals against. Do we have the best defense in the league? Looks like it. Yep. We had the best defense in the league. Like, considerably. What about our offense? Our offense is probably middle of the pack. No, our offense, we had the 5th best offense. So we have the 5th best offense and the best defense. Not a real high scoring season. Power play could have been better. Penalty kill was really good. And we improved our road record. And we were 7-2-1 going into the postseason. So, like I said, comment section for whatever. As always, thank you for watching. And I will see you on Friday for round one.